Good morning, everyone. I hope you are well. My name is Khalid Smith. I'm the founder of the Greenhouse Foundation. Our core focus is job creation and economic growth. And we do that by supporting small businesses, offering infrastructure that allows them to access webinars, workshops, group coaching, and executive coaching. And the reason why we offer infrastructure and not programs is because programs has a start and a finish. But in business, they never ever stop growing, right? Businesses are moving from one level to the next, and they need support on their journey. And that's the support we offer. And today we are doing youth development and entrepreneurship. Thank you so much for joining us, and let's get started. Okay, so to be or not to be, I suppose it's the question whether or not you should take that leap. And remember, when we look at how important this is and small businesses is to growing economies, right? 94% of businesses are small startup businesses. Very few percentage, 4-5% are the large blue chip companies. But it's the small businesses that is actually grows our economies by starting up a business, employing 1 or 2 people. Over 1.7 million people in South Africa has started a business, right? And it's a difficult decision because, yes, there's a few things that you need to consider. And it's something which I had to consider for myself as well, because it's either you're going to get a job, right, and give your time to another business that is going to pay you for your time, or you're going to take your time, invest it in your own business, that you can create something, you can create jobs and support other people to work in your business and create a money machine that at one point will be able to operate without you. Because that's the choice that you need to make. When you're working for a boss and you stop working, you stop getting an income because you just exchanging your time for money. But that is not a business. A business, you are creating something that is going to generate income and add value to people's lives. Even if you pull yourself out of that business, it's going to operate, it's going to offer value, and it's going to generate an increase in value after time. And that is something that you need to consider. Is that something that you want? And I myself, 12 years ago, before I started my business, it's a choice that I had. I was working for a boss with 4 kids. And I asked, can I get a raise? I was doing sales and marketing. I was a business developer, and I needed to earn more money. And I asked the CEO, can you please give me a raise? 1% commission. Give me 1% commission. And the boss said, sorry, I can't, because if I'm going to give you 1%, you're going to make more than me. And I knew at that point I needed to make a change. But it was not an easy choice that I made. I literally had 400 Rand in my bank account at that point. I had 4 kids at that time. I was young, right? I was young, but I had 4 kids. I had 4 kids, married with 4 kids. I need to put bread on the table, and I had to make that decision, and I made it because I knew I'm not going to be able to move further there. But it was valuable. And don't get me wrong, it was valuable because I learned a lot. And that's what work gives you. It gives you the opportunity to figure things out at someone else's expense. And I've learned That is what a lot of very, very good, successful businesses, right? That is what they've done. They've worked for other businesses. They figured things out, and then they started their own business, and they made that change. And the reason why it's important for you, you need to understand that there is risks. There is risks that's involved, and there's a little bit of pressure, and that pressure is good. You need to have pressure as an entrepreneur within your business. You need to have that pressure. You know what? There is no plan B. This is it. I need to make this work. I need to put bread on the table. It's no option. That is the type of pressure you need as an entrepreneur. It is not for everyone. It is not for everyone. But that pressure is what you need to do what you need to do in your business, right? We are in Garden Route this week, but we are from Cape Town. Our head offices is there, but we're here for a few days. And as I'm driving here, you know what? I was just thinking of this analogy that there's a lot of hills and ups and downs. But when you're starting your business, this is what it is. It's a lot of ups and downs, and you're pushing this vehicle, you know, and it's tough. But at some point, at the very end, you know, you get to, you know, when you're coming to Grabo, and you're getting on top of the pass, and you're getting to that point where you're heading down Solaris Pass, right? You guys that is Cape Town know that is a very nice pass as you go into Strand and Somerset West. Oh, it's so nice. You're just traveling down, you're going downhill. It is easy. You can take your foot off the accelerator and you're just going to cruise all the way into Somerset West. Isn't that great? But in business, that's not how it works. You don't get there. You have to push. You have to start where you are. You have to start where you are. You don't get there to the top and think, you know what, I'm just going to tip over the hill and then it's going to be easy sailing. This is not how it works in business. This is not how it works in business. It's a long, consistent push, right? It's a long, consistent push. And if you start a business and you know there is a need, and you're able to offer value to someone's life, able to offer real value that someone is willing to pay for, yes, now you have the start of a business. Okay. And remember, there are always 10 problems, but there's one solution, right? Once you understand that there's risk, right? And they need to be pushing over time, and that is something you can handle, then I would say you have what it takes to start a business and to be an entrepreneur. Okay. So yes, ideas. This is where it starts. Any business, if you look at any successful business out there, it starts with an idea. It starts with a thought. It's just a thought. A thought. It's just a thought. It's just an idea. You know what? Is this something that people want? You know, people will pay for this. Here's a problem. Here's a solution. I think this will work. That's how it starts. Any business. But thoughts, nothing happens with thoughts. You would say, because there's lots and lots of people that comes up with brilliant ideas, innovative solutions, but it never materializes, or never, you know, it never actually, it doesn't actually go into an actual business. It just stays there with thoughts and nothing happens. That's because that is just the start. That is the start. Once you have that idea, you need to be able to run and now move with that idea, right? And this makes the difference between someone with ideas and real businesses. Okay, so you need to identify, yes, is there demand? Will people pay money for this? Do they really need it? Because remember, the thing with ideas, it's in your head. right? It is in your head. And this is how a lot of business start. Everything is in their head and they think, they make assumptions. They make assumptions. They assume, you know what, people is gonna love this. They're gonna love it. They really want it, but it's all in your head. So the key, when you start, the key is before you put a lot of energy and money and people and time behind it, you need to make sure, yes, you need to test it, because this is how it works. You need to test. You need to test. Does people really want this? Is there demand for it? And you need to be able to communicate that first, right? Offer it for free. Build a prototype, right? Build a prototype, right? Offer it free. Test it. Let people test it. Let them give you their feedback, right? Let them give you your feedback first. Yes, this was great. This was amazing. This is actually what I want. And if that's not what they want, what do you really want? How can I change it? Right? You need to verify. This is how it works. You're gonna verify. Yes. How many people? Is it one person? Is it 100 people? Is it 1,000 people? How big is that market? Right? And you do this up front because it takes a lot of effort, right? It's like building. You're building a house, right? You go and you build this, you build a wonderful house, and it's very, very expensive, and it takes you years. And now, okay, but no one wants it. Right. No one wants it. No one wants it. So you need to be very clear before you start. Verify. Right. Verify the demand. Right. Find ways to produce and provide demand and services. Right. Offer it free when you start. Okay. And this is why we say, you know, when people say, I'm waiting for money. What are you waiting for? No. I need startup capital. You know, I need 1 million rand first, and when I get it, I can start. That is not where you start. This is where you start. You test first with no money. You don't need money to do this. All you need is time. You need a clear picture in your mind about what it is that you want, and you need to test it you need to communicate with people and share. And, you know, people, it's funny, we work with people every day in small businesses, over 5,000 businesses. We work with these businesses, and when you start, people's always, you know what, they got an idea. They got this wonderful idea, and it's like, we cannot share this. We cannot tell people. We can't tell them because someone is gonna steal it. Someone's gonna steal my idea, right? So what they do is they don't tell people about it because someone is gonna steal it. But listen, guys, what is it? What is a business worth when it starts? It is worth zero. It is worth zero. It's not worth anything. Ideas are not worth anything, right? You need to verify. You need to verify, right? Is it working? Is it what people want? And if you have, like, people develop apps, there is millions of apps. People's like, oh no, someone's going to steal it. One app, two app, 20 apps doing the same thing. Anyone can come and do something similar to what you are doing. How do you verify that it's yours? This is what we need to see. You go to court. You go to court. Someone's saying, but this was my idea. Okay, how do you prove that it's your idea? Well, you see, this company says it's his idea. And you know what? He told every single person he met, he put it on all his platforms. You know what? He shared it with every single person. You know what? You didn't share with anyone. It was just in your head because you were scared. Someone is going to take my idea, right? People are going to take your ideas. You need to share it. Remember, you need to verify what it is that you're doing, and you need traction. You need to start moving in your business, and you do that by connecting and sharing and building people around you that can push. Remember, it is very tough to push by yourself. You need to push this car up these hills, down and up these hills, and it's very difficult by yourself because there's no starter in this car. No, you have to push it. You have to push it, right? And it's very difficult to push alone. You need to build people around you. You need to build them around you, and you need to measure. You know what? This is how much people is actually interested. This is what they prepared to pay. This is what they want. They want this and not this. What are they prepared to pay for this? What can I learn from this experience? Right? You're gonna fail all the time. And as an entrepreneur, you should be comfortable with that. You should be comfortable with failing. This doesn't work. Right. We need to do this. We need to do this. Let's start over. Let's change it. Like, let's do this instead. Let's try this. This is what you do as an entrepreneur, and you're moving and you're changing. You need to be able to do that because as a big business, remember, you're competing with large blue chip companies. They have structure. They have processes and systems, and it's difficult for them to change. When you're starting out, you are fluid. You can change. You can go this way. You know what? We're changing. We can go now. Let's go this way instead. This way is better. This is what businesses need right now. Let's give them this right now because this is happening now. Big corporate companies cannot do that move. This is why it's so important for you guys when you're starting out, be fluid, and move quickly. This is what we're saying, right? You need to understand what is available, but please, I don't want you to use fun as a barrier because this is what businesses do. They use it as a barrier for stopping them. You know what? I'm not going to start this business. I'm going to stay in my job. I'm going to work in this job until I can get funding to start. It's not how it works. You're using funding, right, as an obstacle, as a barrier to prevent you from starting your business. You don't need the funding, right? You need to have a very clear plan on what it is that you want to do. You need to do it. You need to engage. You need to communicate, right? And you need to start. That is the key thing, right? But you do need to understand, yes, what type of funding that is available. And we run turnaround programs for, well, it was SEFA. It's now SEFA, Small Enterprise Development and Financial Agency, because they have come together, SEDA and SEFA. They provide finance. They provide support. It's programs funded by government. You need to know what is available for me, right? What funding is available? What loans is available, right? What is equity? What is my business worth, right? What support is there for government? And there is a lot. So you need to know what is out there, right? Because those are opportunities that is there for you to support you when you start out. National Youth Development Agency, wonderful. If you're young and you want to start a business, they're going to help you with your business plan. They're going to help you with your brochures. They're going to help you with your websites, right? Consulting and mentoring for free. Isn't this amazing? It's great to be in South Africa if you want to start a business. They're giving you support you need. And when you look at countries like China, if you look at how quickly they're growing, this is what they've done. They said, you know what? We don't want to build big business. We don't want to own things. We want to offer support and give small businesses the opportunity to innovate and find solutions and offer value. We're going to give support. And that is why the rest of the world cannot keep up with China, because they have such a lot of support for small businesses, right? So if we look at where we are in South Africa, job creation, right? The highest unemployment rate in the world. This is crazy, right? So we're looking at how important this is. So it is priority for government. It is. There's lots of funding. There's lots of support. City of Cape Town, City of Joburg, Western Cape government, local government, Department of Economic Development and Tourism, right? All of these organizations, DTI, IDC, the list goes on and on and on and on. What are they there for? Funding, infrastructure support, programs, mentoring. What do you need to do to access it? Ask. 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 How? How do I apply? Oh, you fill up this application here. You go online and you apply here. This is the funding that is available. Not only government. Every single corporate company now need to be compliant if they want to work with government. And there's no one that spends more money than government. Who spends more money than government? If you want to be compliant, you want to work with us, you need to have a BEE rating, a scoring, and now you can work with us. And what you need to do, you need to spend money on small businesses. You need to be compliant, right? You can choose out of the 7 categories where you're going to spend, but you need to pick 5 of the 7, and you need to be spending those percentages. CSI, corporate social investment, giving, remember they're giving money away. Enterprise development, any business, supply development, my suppliers, right? You're spending money. You need to spend money, 1%, 2% of your budgets. It comes to roughly about 37 billion rands. Billion rands every single year. You need to understand these opportunities that is there for you as an entrepreneur. There has never been so much funding, so much for small businesses than what there is right now. So it's a great time to start a business, right? It's a great time to be near, right? But you need to know when to access it. When am I ready, right? Do I need this now? Do I need this, right? And this is why I always say, you know, people ask, businesses ask me, when, right? We run turnaround, we look at these businesses, they access millions, right? And now they need to pay it off through SEFA because the interest rates are very, very low, but you'd have to pay it back, right? Remember, there's different types of loans. If it's grants, you don't have to pay it back. But if it's a loan through SEFA, and now you must pay it back, yeah, you need to pay it back. Lowest interest rate, but you need to pay it back. And now they can't pay it back because they were not ready for finance. They weren't ready for it. So you need to know when is the right time to bring funding in, right? So I would say, make sure you understand your business. You've tested your modules. You know that it's what you offered it. People are willing to buy it from you, and you have a market. You have a market that is going to be there for some time, because when you look at the age that we're in, when you look at AI, they are literally wiping out businesses. They're wiping out businesses that are you take all this effort, right, to build this business, right? It takes you years, and then you get an app, right, that can do what you're doing for free. Is that crazy? They can do what you're doing for free. So you need to be very, very clear, right? Not only where you are, but you need to look ahead. You need to be able to see into the future. This is what we say. You need to be able to see into the future and predict, you know, what is going to happen, what is going to change, because it's going to take a lot of effort to build this, right? And you need to know what is happening in the future and when to actually access that support. Okay. I hope I'm not going too fast. You can leave some questions in the Q&A. I will go through and I will give you time at the end to ask some questions. Okay. So you're going to build your network. You're going to build. Remember, you're not going to do it alone. You need people. And when I say network, it's not only possible clients. It's people to collaborate with. It's corporates that you're going to be doing work with. It's government department. It's funders. all of those people, when someone buys your business, after 5, 10 years, they say, you know what is it worth? The first thing an investor wants to know, great, what's your turnover, what's your profit, what's your sales, and your brand. How many people knows what you do? Has your brand been built? Your network? How many people know what you do? Right? What is people saying about you in your brand? Your brand, right? So this is what people buy. So when you start, this is what you invest in. You're building the people around you. You're building skills, right? And this is a key thing. We do business mentoring, and we have, we have Grow Hub apps. We have wonderful apps. We have wonderful processes, wonderful workshops, right? We have all of these things because we've been working with business, assessing business, and we know what the needs are. We've assessed roughly about 35,000 businesses, so we know what they need, and we come up with solutions, right? And we say, fine, let's put this into the market, and still, you know what? It's not working as we thought. And the reason that is because you can have wonderful solutions and products, but you need to have a coach, someone that can take it and apply the knowledge, right? So you need someone with skills, no matter how good your product is, no matter how your service no matter how good it is, right? Your product, no matter how good it tastes, you're making this cake and it's wonderful. It tastes amazing. But if you don't have the people to drive it and sell it and bring it into the market, right, you're going to struggle. So you need to have skills. You need to have people. And when we started many years ago, we made mistakes, a lot. We made a lot of mistakes. We thought, you know what, let's just bring consultants in with PhDs, MBAs, for 20 years experience. Wonderful. You know what? They are specialists in this field. They can show us how to do this and assist and have these people on board. No, those are the mistakes that we made because you cannot bring someone from outside into your business and expect that person need to understand how it works. Unfortunately, you're the one that needs to explain to an external person. You need to induct them into your business, how your business works. This is what's important to us. This is how we do it. You guiding that person, you inducting that person in, right? And you making sure that that knowledge moves up and down in that organization, because you cannot be dependent, because people move. Imagine you have one person that is doing everything in that business, and that person leaves your business, is gone and goes somewhere else. Where do you sit, right? Which is why you need to induct that person into a process, right? And there need to be very, very clear processes in and out to bring people in, right? And to make sure that knowledge and intellectual property filters down to the organization. And that is a process. Remember, businesses grows when people grows. So you're not going to grow as a business unless you yourself and every person in your business are growing individually. I'm doing things better. Everyone else is trying to do things better, trying to improve everything that you're doing in that business, and not accepting, this is what we're going to do. How can we improve this? How can we do it better? This is how businesses move, right? And that is an ethos that you need to put in your business. Understanding finances, and I mentioned this when we do our finance modules, right? We're not in business to be busy, right? We need to be making money. And we see this with businesses that get nice contracts through government, and they're very, very busy, but they're costing us so low. They're costing us, the expenses are so high, they're not making money. They're just very, very busy. So we need to understand the finances. We need to make sure that we're tracking the numbers within our business, that we actually are making money. Information, right? So we've built the Grow Hub. We're going to be launching it this year for small businesses to access through our foundation for free, to access information. What is available for me? What does people want? And we are fortunate to be in the AI age where it's easy to access information, right? It's easy to access information on what is available. You need to know what is happening around you in your industries, because you need to be specialists. People want to work with specialists. You need to be a specialist in your field. You need to be a specialist in your field, and you need to use the technology that is available. And remember, it is moving faster than what we could ever imagine. It's moving exponentially. If you go back 10 years and you look at how AI has evolved over the last year, it is crazy. It is growing exponentially. It is growing exponentially, which means that we need to be using the technology within our business, right? But we also need to be understanding how the technology works. And that is not an easy process. That is not an easy process, right? Government, you need to understand the machine. Okay, you need to understand how it works, right? So unfortunately, it's like driving a car. If you don't know how to drive, it's difficult. But if you know how it works, right? If you know how it works, right? It is easy. It is easy. You don't have to think. So you need to understand the government channels, every single department, how they procure, what support and resources is available. You have to access it, because remember, in any business, you're competing with other businesses. You're competing for a share of a market. And if you're competing against another business that is accessing support, that's not paying for their machinery, they're getting their machinery, they're getting support, they're getting mentoring, that is helping them with very difficult decisions in their business, you are not getting it. They are accessing ESD, they're accessing funding, they're getting fast-tracked into supply chains. Corporate companies, you are not getting it. They are getting it. Who do you think is going to move ahead faster? This is what it's about, because they are aware of what is available, right? You need to leverage. You need to leverage what is there for you that's going to allow you to scale. This is the opportunity for you guys. Okay, and I hope I'm clear. Okay, your business plan. So this is where you start. And remember, SEFA, okay, is there. They will help you. National Youth Development Agency, they will help you when you're starting out. They're going to help you with your business plan. What is a business plan, right? When you go to Macro and you go and buy a vacuum cleaner, in that box, you're going to get a manual. That manual is going to show you how this thing works. That is your business plan. If you sell your business, you sell it. Here is a money machine. It makes money. This is how it makes money. You do these things, right? You do these things. This is what we do. This is how we do it. This is our marketing strategy. This is the products and services that we do. This is how we plan to do it. Here's the breakdown of everything, right? This is how it works. This is how much money it needs to operate. Here is the plan. Here it is. It's in this document. Take it. You want my business, right? It's 10 mil. Here's the manual. Go and do it. That's a business plan. That is a business plan, right? It's your manual, how your business runs. Every single step, every single process, every single task needs to be in there. How you gonna do it? And your business plan evolves. It evolves as you grow. You change. It's not something which is fixed. Okay, great. I did one. We started a year, 2 years ago. It's done. Don't finish. We don't need to revisit it again. It's finished. It's not how it works. It changes, it evolves as you grow. Your direction changes, right? Strategies changes. So you're gonna review your strategy and remember all of the areas, the marketing channels, the services that you are, the products, those are things we change. It needs to be detailed. Luckily, you have AI. You can go on ChatGPT, you can go put in, oh, this is what I do, this is the industry, this is the science. It's going to give you wonderful things. But this is not how you start a business. You can't generate, you can't ask AI to develop a strategy for you and expect, this business is going to be, because every single person can go onto chat, go onto AI, put in, this is what I want to do, and they're going to give you the same plan, right? It's valuable to give you frameworks, but you need to take that, and now you got to take, great, I now know more or less what I need to do, but you now need to go and physically do it, right? You're going to physically do it. You're going to go through each of these steps. You're going to do it. You're going to validate it. You're going to check if it works, and you're going to tweak it. You're going to tweak it. What separates you? What makes you different, right? What makes you different to someone else? Hopefully you're starting a business and you're doing something that you really, really love doing, right? If you do, you're gonna do well. It takes a lot of effort, right, to be able to do that. So yes, you're gonna have a little action plan. So I've put there some goals. Check what your business plan can answer. It's gonna answer all of these. What can I achieve when? And the reason why it is so important to have this is to take what is in your head and put it down so that someone else can come from outside and see what is going on, right? Make sense of it. Make sense of it, right? And when you take something and you put it down on paper, it's now real. It's real, right? And one of the key things, very important, right? When you go through your business plan, right, you need to put numbers there. Be specific. You know what? This is exactly what we need to do. This is what we want. This is our targets, right? And the reason why I say that, it's like you in soccer and you're going to kick a goal, but you know what? I'm going to kick it somewhere in this area, right? Who's your target market? No, everyone, everyone. I can sell to anyone, this is not you need to be specific. I'm going to kick it there, top right corner, exactly there, right? This is the speed I'm going to kick it, softly, hard. This is what exactly there, I'm going to kick it there. Your chances is very good. You're going to get a few of them, right? Because you're quite clear. So you're going to put a very, very clear goals and targets, who you want, put the numbers there, put it on paper, right? Put it on paper and be very, very clear what you want. And remember, you need to also be clear what you need, what you need. If you're clear on that, there's a need, what you need to do, what you need, right? You got your plan. It is clear in your mind. And you're gonna move towards that plan. You're gonna achieve it. If you're not clear, you are all over the place. I don't really know what I want, how many I want, who I'm targeting, or I'm doing 20 or 30 different things. I'm doing a little bit of this, I'm doing a little bit of this. It's like you're fishing, right? I'm throwing my hook in, but I don't really know what I want. I'm just throwing it in and seeing who bites. Your chances is very, very slim, right? You're going to catch a fish like that, right? So you need to be clear. You need to be clear. It's exactly who I want. This is what I want. How many I want. I'm specific and I am focused on that. That is what I'm going to do. And you're going to do that for a year. You're going to push until you get it, right? You need to tweak slightly, and you carry on. You're going to be successful. You're going to be successful, right? So you remember your network and partnerships, very important. Access support, getting a mentor when you're starting out is valuable. There's over 25 incubators and programs that offers the city as well, City of Cape Town, City of Joburg, right? The SEFA, they all have programs. There's so many. Access one of them. Access support for your business. Access support, mentoring. Get a mentor, get a coach, right? We rely, no matter how much years experience we have in business, we need it. We need it. Even though we do coaching, we need to be coached because no one knows everything. And the minute you feel, you know what, I know everything changes. There's always someone that knows more. These things are changing so quickly. You need to get support into your business. You need to get people that is there, that is innovating, that is changing, right? And you need to go for gaps that there is. If there's a gap and an opportunity, you need to be able to move very, very quickly, right? Guys, take the time. It's the beginning of the year. Take the time, right, to get the people around you. Put your plan in place, right? Get the people, and if you hope that after the session, right, if you were thinking of maybe starting it, I hope I've persuaded you, right? I hope I persuaded you to be able to make that decision. For those of you that are in business, that are running business, please stay in contact with us, greenhousefoundation.co.za. Please follow our channels. We have a WhatsApp channel. We have events every single month. We have programs that we're running. We're also running a Spaza Smarter program in townships. We're doing lots and lots of things. If you follow our channels, we will share it on our channels. Please follow us. Please stay in contact with us. And we are always open to collaborate. Remember, we are a foundation. We're there to form partnerships with government. We want to partner with government. We want to partner with BDS providers, other organizations that is running programs. We don't want to we can't run programs for everyone. We want to partner with others in our sector that is offering business development support services. We want to partner with you guys. So please, if there's opportunity, let's collaborate. And the reason why we want to collaborate, we want to offer more to businesses. We are not doing enough. And let's be honest, we're not doing enough to create jobs in South Africa. We can do a lot more. If we look at where we are, 1 out of every 22 people is entrepreneurial, has either opened up a business. That is, if you compare to the US, which is 1 in 12, right? In the US, right? And if you look at even in Africa, Nigeria, 1 in 8, 1 in 8 people in Nigeria has actually started. So they are definitely more entrepreneurial, and we understand that things are changed, economies are changed, and a lot of people are forced into business in some areas, but we are not where we need to be, right? In South Africa, there are a lot more from us as business developers. So let's partner, right? If you're a small business, we want to do this, and we want to collaborate so that there is more support for you as small businesses, because we really believe, that it will have a huge impact on our economy. And if our economy grows, everyone benefits through that. You need to understand it's win-win. Corporates benefit, government benefit, South Africans benefit, right? So very, very important. And you need to see ourselves. Remember, we are the gateway to Africa. So businesses that is growing, we want to see growth into Africa. There's such a lot of opportunities in ICT, right? We are the tech hub. We are based in Cape Town. We are regarded as the tech hub of Africa. Isn't that crazy, right? There's lots and lots of opportunities here. So let's partner, and please, guys, let's stay connected. The session will be recorded. we are covered. I think we have covered everything. The session will be recorded, and we will send the recording through to everyone. Okay. Thank you very much for joining us, and have a great day.